I wake up in the morning, telegram in hand, on to our community, the coolest in the land. Cheese cream drops a joke, got me laughing loud. Then I start to scroll down through the daily crowd. Who's the OG Prince, lighting up the zone? Is it Dama Beast or Sav on the throne? Or maybe it's Friday, Flexmas is here. Time to throw some gains and flex without fear. I toss out some questions, looking for the signs. Inside fix is ready, dropping out for lines. I keep on reading, can't look away. Those spicy emojis make my whole day. Then someone yells exit, get off PulseChain. But I ride the waves through pleasure and pain. I live in a limbo of hope and despair, but we're all in this boat and I'm proud to be there. Yeah, I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game. I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game.
Yeah, dog. What up? What up? What up? All right. Welcome to R2R. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here tonight. We're gonna start doing it late nights, right? A lot of people are like, "Hey, man, can't do this early morning thing." So I'm at work, bro. I'm at work. I can't catch it live. Or I got shit to do. So I always listen to feedback. People seem to appreciate it more when I live stream at night. Pound the like button if you prefer night times. If you prefer night times, pound that like button. But until then, always remember, I'm not a financial advisor. For damn sure not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. Don't ever allow anybody on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to cryptocurrency, because you could lose it all. You could end up losing a lot of money. Hey, everybody on Twitter, shout out to all of you guys. Everyone on Twitter was like ultra bullish. Like Bitcoin is going to 250K, $10,000 Ethereum. Weekend comes, show up on a Monday, and it's like everything's reversed. The sentiment has changed. Welcome to crypto. The volatility is the price you pay for mad gains, or you lose it all. Shout out to the proud sponsors, longtime sponsors now, of the R2R live stream video content as well. Head over to DexFi.com. Go to DexFi.com/bonds. where they have already paid out a whopping $288,360 in USDC. People are earning passive income on base in the form of USDC. APR 92.68%. Market up, market down. They're chilling. They're earning. Isn't that what crypto's all about? Right? Making your money work for you. Someone told me this before. You treat your money good, it'll treat you better. And there's also a saying, you treat me good, I'll treat you better. But the better you treat your money, the better it'll treat you too. So head over to Base with your Ethereum. There's already been $2,358,282 of Ethereum used to mint 10,268 of these bond NFTs, which gives you exposure to that passive income strategies that they use with complete expert entry and timing and precision. Manage liquidity and range settings all done for you. All right. DexFi.com/bonds. I mean, hey, you've watched it grow every live stream for the past few months now. And all that it has done is continuously paid out in stable tokens. Pat yourself in the back if you got in. If you got in. Gotti, 2 more weeks. The famous 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Let's take a look at the stock market. S&P 500 did a nice little, right? It's been, man, look at that. Let's take a look here at the 1 month chart. 1 month still looks good. It's still up. It's still up. Like, you go look at this, it's up and to the right. 3 month. Look at the 1 year. Look at the 1 year. Dippity dip. You bought it here in April. Tax season. Isn't that funny? Tax season. Up and to the right. Now, we want to look at Bitcoin. Because, I mean, Bitcoin is the alpha male. Almighty Bitcoin determines where the rest of the market goes. Bitcoin has a bad day. You're probably going to have a bad day too. $110,032. I saw it below 110,000 earlier. I go, holy smokes. You know, I walk away and I go, sheesh. But my whole life depends on Ethereum. It really does. Some of the leverages of the leverages and the leverages that all partake in, you know, meme tokens on Ethereum, Titan X, all that ecosystem that I went in heavy and had just waiting around for things to turn around. And then ultimately PulseChain. Now, PulseChain, you start to realize, let's look at PulseChain. Think about this real quick. Lock in that number. And we were just close to 5,000 too. PulseChain is not a direct leverage on Ethereum. It's not like a Titan X, you know, doesn't go up with it. Its only thing about Ethereum comes from this right here, which, remember, we're not supposed to have expectations, never have expectations from the work of others. It's Richard Hart's #1 rule. But everybody on PulseChain, when Ethereum's going up, they become mega bullish because of this right here, which is labeled as the PulseChain Treasury Tracker. It's up 109,807,020. Now, the judge from the SEC confirmed and said it's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it. At least if you know that, say it out loud. Because I know that. Do I speculate that he'll use it to pump the chain? Yeah, I've seen him do it, so I would speculate and would imagine. All right, but I also know it's not our money. It's his money. So the thing about PulseChain, and what I've always says, is it needs new users, it needs more builders, and that is happening right now as we speak. Liberty Swap has opened the gates from Solana, soon from Sui, and all these other chains as well will soon to come that are not there already. They're coming. We've had meme tokens pump. But even when Ethereum was up, right, like gassed up, hit all-time high, PulseChain wasn't doing all that much. Now, that's a good and a bad thing. I think it's and more, I'm looking at it as a good thing, because on the dip, PulseChain's dipping, but we've seen it do a whole lot worse. You know, there's certain levels and certain floors across the board through the altcoins and the meme coins on PulseChain that are holding pretty well. You know, Hex is below a penny, but we've been worse than this before. And I got a heads up about what was going to happen this week. I prepared half my wallets, and the other half I stayed in my moves. I hinted at people in my group, R2R, you know, the VIP group, told them some things like, hey, the market's going to look, hey. And, you know, I got a lot of people that I connect with in regards to, you know, their different reasons of why the markets would go down or up. And I got one who just always hits it on the dot. Sure enough, on target, on time with this particular situation. So I was ready, obviously, to go on the PulseChain and buy some dips. Now, I want to think not like the rest of people out there on this chain. I want to give it to you just the truth, just raw. We just opened the floodgates to a whole lot of things that are evolving right now that you see people finding about all over Twitter. I'm just like, I was going to stay out of that. Okay. It's only going to get louder. It's only going to get bigger, but it's good for the chain. So what do I mean by that? More scams, more failures. More scams and more failures. Now in crypto, we all know what a rug pull is when the developer sells all of the tokens and drains the liquidity pool. In crypto, we know what a failure is. A token that launches and never goes anywhere, never appreciates in price, other than maybe one initial pump. In crypto, people still identify that as a rug. The failures are rugs and the rugs are rugs. That's how people see it. So you can launch a token today. We're looking at DevC, which is really strong right now. We want to look at this token here because it's got a strong meme token narrative, speculation, all that. But the truth is, like, you can go and pump tires and make your own coin. Like, I'm not going to go do that, because if my token that I create in pump tires goes up, right, and then goes down and never goes back up, I'm a scammer right away. And everybody else that ever made a token. Same thing when you talk about a token or you shield a token. You're a hero when it goes up. You're a zero and you're hated when it goes down. But that's just the way it is, especially for an influencer. And I don't want to be known as an influencer. I don't think you should be influenced by me. I think you should listen to my point of views and make your own adjustments and the own points of views. And just, I collect other people's thoughts. You can collect my thoughts, double analyze, agree with me, not agree with me, whatever it may be. But I'm always open to hearing other people's opinions to make me better. So I'm hoping my opinion can make you better. And my opinion is it's going to get worse. It's not just about the prices that are going to go up and down. It's about the opportunity that's finally here on PulseChain. Builders and dApps and all that are here and they're coming. And we're seeing in real time just shit fail and stuff succeed. Memes launch. Some pump, some don't. Some pump, they dump. We're seeing utility being added to meme tokens. We're seeing massive speculation. So with DevC, the dev, what did he burn? Like 800 million of his tokens at launch or something ridiculous like that. And we're seeing like a page out of Richard Hart's book, you know, how to control the scenario, like ton of the tokens out of circulation off the market, owning most of the supply, which they probably do, and help with the supply control. But remember this, guys. No crying in the casino. DevC dropped in my chat rather early. I'm in it. I'm happy, right? I'm starting to believe into the speculation. Like, people really think that this token is linked some way, somehow to a Richard Hart. All right. You won't have that same speculation with anything other than DevCoin and PDI and a few others that are out there. But Peacock, right, doesn't hold the Richard Hart narrative. Did we hit my targets? Yeah, here. I mean, I'm thinking the lowest to hit this wick right here. Now, Peacock, right, 25% of the supply was sent to them. Liberty Swap adopted them. Liberty Swap shows them. Liberty Swap is working double time, triple time to help a lot of memes bond and take off. And they're working double, triple time because they want as many meme tokens to succeed, so people will come over from Solana. All right? Because at the end of the day, we are not a leverage on Ethereum. Ethereum went up high and we didn't do much. We're pretty stagnant. But the excitement, because of the sacrifice money and people that are speculating that money is going to get injected, and they're going, ETH is going to $7,000 or $8,000, and we're going to the moon. The SAC funds are going up. You got to just forget about the SAC funds. You got to look at this as they don't exist because it's not our money, and you shouldn't have expectations. And Richard Hart has always told you that. All right. But with that being said, we have some successful memes right now that are holding up. Peacock, right? DevC. There's other tokens adding utility. Now, this one right here, and I've only gone and observed what people are saying, right, about Zero launch. Right? I know all about the launch. That people say it was botched. People say, the contract that. Okay, I get it. They're always going to tell you no crying in the casino, right? But you guys all know, and you're all aware that you can see everything on chain. So you don't have to speculate as to what happened. You can see it on chain. Versus what they're saying and their explanation with Zero and the launch might have been horrible launch. Might have been, some funny business going on. But I've seen people right now, especially with the prices going down, fighting hard against each other, right? Influencers, cabals, this and that. Truth is, man, if you're an influencer, you're in the know. You got the intel, the inside information that people that want you to know about, we'll say Zero Coin, right? And they know you have a following, they're going to approach you. And you're going to have advantages. You're going to have advantages to just knowing like, hey, this is going to launch. You're going to know whether they're legit. Maybe you're unsure, but you're going to have all these emotions and understandings before other people. That's how it is. If you don't like it, go become an influencer and get big enough and they'll approach you too. Trust me. If you build that channel, they will come, whether it's on Twitter or YouTube. So the people that are influencers that were involved in Zero, I have nothing to say. I don't care. I don't care if there is a cabal. I don't care if you think it's a cabal. None of that's important to me. What I see is a whole lot of drama happen, and the chart doesn't look all that bad. Now, whenever there's a big launch, like we're launching in 2 weeks, there's a countdown, marketing's hitting, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. In the entire 10 plus years of me doing cryptocurrency, from the beginning of time when I saw launches first happen on Ethereum, all the way to the first launches on Tron, then Binance Smart Chain, then AVAX, and all the chains that came after, Phantom, Sonic, you name it. Every time there is a hyped up launch, they get botted or they're botched. The only time that there's ever been a chance of that being not the case is when something launches stealth, like a true stealth launch, right? Pretty fair stealth launch. Everybody knew when it was going to launch. They had a time frame and all this and that. It never goes well. So what do? I let the launch happen and I sit out. Because why? Because whatever happened here, I don't need to know the entire story. It's all over Twitter. You get kind of sick of it. You go, like, oh, well, and then there's another guy making the video. And then this is wallet watchers. It's like, all right, dude. Now that the smoke is settled, is it a good opportunity for me? And I'm looking at this and going, it's a $2.3 million market cap. The FUD will eventually go away because what happens from here, and here's what changes all the sentiment, is everyone cries here, 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 because of what happened up here to here, right? I'm just trolling a bunch of nonsense, right? All this is happening here. All this is happening here. All the drama. When the smoke settles, and let's say PulseChain starts to recover, and that goes like this, and we get some green candles, all that stuff that happened before is like water under a bridge. No one cares anymore. No one talks about the launch anymore. Time goes on, they forget about it. So for me, I'm like, smoke settled. People are still talking about it, good and bad, going back and forth. That means it's relevant. I see Liberty Swap talk about them, their support there. I'm like, hey, for me, I'm in. I don't care what happened over here. I know when the launch happened. I knew this was going to happen. In my own group, I didn't even say a word. I let everyone speculate. I took none of my time to create fear in my chat because everyone was excited about this and that. You paid member for that, don't want to, piss in your cereal, ruin your party, ruin your parade. I just said nothing. I said, hey, when the smoke settles, the strong will survive. And it looks like it survived a whole lot. So beyond that drama, that's my decision now. It's like, hey, I'll partake into it. Looks pretty strong. That's just the name of the game, man. You got to be less emotional and watch when everyone else is running around with their head cut off like a chicken with its head cut off. Watch people cry in the casino. Watch people fact check each other and fight. All you got to pay attention to is the price. Because once you get involved with all that emotion and all that drama, you're going to have made either one, a really good choice because you got in because you thought it was good for you, or a bad choice got in and it goes down. And you want to know something so funny? Who had the most FUD that I've ever seen at a launch, but it wasn't a botched launch? Called him a scammer. Had a Peter Wise turned his back on him. Peter Wise turned his back on him. Created a cult of people, a following, which one of them happened to be Dirty Crypto. And some people were showing me a post that he made about me about saying Ethereum was never going to go to all-time high. And then he posted it when it went like $3 over. And I was like, yeah, I was wrong. I don't follow influencers. I was wrong. Like, ta-da, I was wrong. Like, I never claimed to be 100% right. But I'll give you opinions and only facts about myself because I don't have 100% facts and only have speculation opinions when it comes to crypto. But Hex had the most FUD. And the biggest fun event was at the beginning. Gave you a really good buying opportunity. And the second biggest FUD event was the big payday debacle. All right. And then you saw what happened after that. Up and to the right. Could have sold it for a double. Could have sold it for a double. Could have sold it for a double. And so on. Let's go look at Pulse. But yeah, I thought that was funny with Dirty. I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay off that guy. I thought the tweet was funny. I was like, yeah, I was wrong. I have a whole lot of stuff on him. I'm like, I'm not going to continue to talk about it. I talked about it in my group. We laughed about it. There's like 10 of us that were like bitter with him because he screwed us on like hundreds of thousands of dollars in pre-sales that he got us involved with. I'm like, let's let him rebrand himself. And if he wants to talk about me, then I get free, probably free advertising. Because before I had 30,000 subs and he had what I got. Now he's bigger than me. So I was like, hey, man, keep posting about me, brother. Keep on posting about me. But I was wrong about Ethereum. I didn't think it was going to ever hit all-time high. Right? I didn't think so. But the experts said $4,900 would be the top. Did we hit the top? Oh, man. Were they right? The experts have been saying that we would hit a $4,900 Ethereum top by the end of 2025. Well, there's 4 months left in the year, but I guess it's, the tail end kind of almost. Would that be devastating? Wouldn't that be something else? We topped out. I mean, yeah. Kind of like button. Retweet this and like it on Twitter. Show your support. That'd be pretty upsetting. I mean, like, PulseChain missed the big entire run. We gotta see, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is crazy. We're going on 2+ years. Let's see. It's going to be 2.5 years soon since this launched, and a big sacrifice of over $1 billion was made for this. And then PulseX had a sacrifice. Shout out to everybody who's still around. You guys have gone the distance through everything. And PulseChain has been at war with each other for this entire time. PDI leading the charge as getting the most hate. I'll get a token that's done, I'm pretty sure, the most gains out of anything that's been on PulseChain in existence. And Poly still to this day has the best chart ever. Let's take a look at the best chart ever. We'll log the greatest chart of all time. Look at that, man. Unbelievable. You got this opportunity of a lifetime down here. That was the Richard Hart, Days of Our Lives FUD event. Calling it that stupid PDI. I mean, you felt stupid because the founder's telling you it was stupid. Then it pumps and he hasn't said much. Matter of fact, I think he's posted about wrapped Bitcoin on his side. The PulseChain copy. Talk about confusing. This has gotten the most hate. This has divided the entire community. This one token right here that won't die, won't go away. Speculation keeps on cycling. Strength comes from numbers, and it's got numbers. The most unbelievable thing I've ever seen unfold in all of my cryptocurrency years of being in cryptocurrency. Normally, you just see something like that. The founder, like if Vitalik, Charles Hoskins, any founder of a blockchain came out and said that token is being minted, is awful for the chain, and is stupid, and it's being exploited. If they came and did that, that token would die. It would die like a Luna, right? Never to be seen or talked about, ever come back. Never. Anything that has been fudded, website seized, called out, and people realize that it's a scam, and you go all the way from even BitConnect to tokens that were ICOs to anything. To have this type of hate, this type of event where the founder said what he said and bounce back, you never will see that again. Once declared a scam, they die. Once declared a scam, especially by the founder or majority of the crowd, let alone the founder, it's a wrap. How it's pulling it off, there must be a whole lot of evidence and speculation that is just too solid and undeniable for people to say, I'm going to sell this. No, hell no. Hell no. This is going to be my future. That's how people feel about it. This is going to make me wealthy one day. That's what you hear out there, that you're stupid if you don't risk it for the biscuit for a token that's so cheap that its speculation is it'll peg to $1. And it's an overwhelming amount of the crowd versus those that just hate the entire idea, hate the entire community, just don't want it to happen, don't want it part of PulseChain. Overwhelming amount of people love PDI. And that's just the bottom line. As we speak, DevC is taking off. Look at that, man. Go look at your ratio too. Grow on your pulse bags. Leveraging your pulse to earn more. It doesn't get any easier than that. That's why I get I don't understand where people think they're going to make money on PulseChain just holding Pulse. I mean, PulseX, yeah, that's a good leverage too, but you got to leverage the altcoins. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but holy smokes. Like, people got rich from Shiba Inu. So look at this article real quick. This is interesting to me when it comes to like the entire market. And if Armageddon and the bear market were to start, it would probably start by this storyline here being the top. And the reason being is a Bitcoin whale sold 24,000 Bitcoin. It triggered a flash crash. They still have $17 billion worth of Bitcoin. You know what's so funny is there were people out there on Twitter saying it's Richard Hart. Who knows? Who cares? So he sold 24,000 Bitcoin, but he's still worth 2.7 billion. Catalyzed. Yeah, he made it go. He made it crash $4,000 in minutes. However, they still hold 152,874. 17 billion. So if he wants more billions of dollars of real money that he can touch, feel, lay in bed with, dance with, buy property, buy businesses, be good for the rest of his life, he can cash that billions out and crash it more. So now it's like people out there are going, should I buy right now? This guy's got a whole lot more to sell. And a massive sell-off would obviously happen from there. And it would be like, oh, here's the DevC news. It just dropped in R2R. We're going to watch DevC pump in real time. We'll look at the article right now. Look at this. Right here. Breaking. This is at 9:44, 15 minutes ago. George News, an investigative journalism outlet with over 200K followers and potential connections to the WH, has changed their profile from powered by PulseChain to powered by DevC. The clues and the message couldn't be any clearer. DevC is gaining visibility outside of PulseChain. So here you have it. Everyone is going to be buying the hell out of this. But here's the thing. And what I'm going to do with my DevC, because 209K followers, great. I've seen the founder come out and pump tokens. And on this chain, people sell into the news. All right. So the plan is take advantage of everyone getting excited about this article about George News, 209K subs, cool. If they bring the price up, I'm going to sell into the pump and allow myself to buy back in on the dip. Because why? Because everybody else sells on every pump. And this one is holding up strong, but I'm sure it'll pump more because it's been 15 minutes on Twitter. There's always like the 1 hour delay, right? I call it like it's about a 1 hour delay from social medias. 45 minutes from now, it's going to spread like wildfire. The reason P dies won't die is because Hexicans are retarded. Appreciate you missed the R2R. Yeah, I mean, they're maxis, bro. They're effing maxis. It's unreal. I couldn't imagine. So, of course, it'll go up. You'll get more bang for your buck as far as the ratio with Pulse. But it's cool. The article was barely just happened. So the 1 hour delay, start your timer. You got, I'd say you got 45 minutes. If you're not in, you can catch it. I don't know how big of a pump. I would imagine new all-time high. How high will go? I don't know. because it's not like everybody that follows. All right, here's the hype. They got 209,000 subscribers. So the hype is going to hit PulseChain, right, in the next hour. Everyone's going to see that tweet trending real soon. But it's not like everyone who follows George News is going to be like, did you see that the profile changed to DevC? Because all of those people that follow them that are on other chains, probably Solana or Ethereum, have no clue what PulseChain is. And if it's anyone who has researched it and hasn't come over, it's because a lot of the nonsense that's been going on, and that could be included, you know, Richard Hart had a big win, right? Beat the SEC, but he's still on a most wanted list for Interpol. So I wonder if a lot of people look at that and go, oh, I don't know about this Richard guy. A lot might not care, a lot may care, but I'm not sold on the fact that, you know, that's a sustainable pump. It's going to be a nice pump to sell into. So I'm going to make my money. You should too. Not financial advisor, but I'm saying like you could too if you wanted. But I look at it as just an opportunity to swing it. What's making people think that this dip is different? Not sure if I'm missing something. Oh, which dip is different? For what token? For Bitcoin? I don't know what dip. You let me know. Give you my thoughts before I close out for the night. Let's see where we at on likes right now. 14, not bad on YouTube. We need some likes and retweets over here on Twitter. Show your support. Show your support. I just saw the most funniest tweet. Yeah, we're watching this live. We get the 1 hour delay, right? You're 15 minutes into the, now 20 minutes now to the 1 hour delay. And what'll happen is all the other meme coins are going to start being sold off to chase the pump. And then they rotate back in. It's because we're in a rotating small community. So you just saw like with OG, remember OG Web Chef tokens, the rotations from different printers, and this one went down to go down. Okay. Yes, Bitcoin in the overall market. Well, there was a big sell-off with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin could have topped, you know, at its all-time high. And, you know, be taking everything else with it. I don't know, man. I don't know what's different about anything anymore. I don't even know if we have cycles anymore. Well, I don't know if you go and look at Peacock. Peacock's probably going to hit my target now. Right here. Fill this wick at 2 zeros and a 6-4. If people start selling it to go get some DevC. Right? That's kind of like the easiest way you can make money right now. Is when heavy news comes out on one token, boom, they're going to sell the other meme, chase this one. Let's take a look at this. I don't know what Vouch is. Went up a lot, dumped. Number one, liquid staking on PulseChain. Know nothing about it. But no one is like out there other than Maxi excited about cores right now. They're excited about the meme coin frenzy. So we'll see what happens. It's a nice little pump today. Some really good trades with DevC. If you haven't been trading DevC, like I have a wallet that holds, but my trade wallet has been like, I've been having fun with it, making little games here and there. You know, makes my day here and there. Anyways, guys, appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Don't forget to pound that like button. Drop a comment. Till next time, we'll do it again. Yeah, dog.
I wake up in the morning, telegram in hand, on to our community, the coolest in the land. Cheese cream drops a joke, got me laughing loud. Then I start to scroll down through the daily crowd. Who's the OG prince, lighting up the zone? Is it Dama Beast or Sav on the throne? Or maybe it's Friday, Flexmas is here. Time to throw some gains and flex without fear. I toss out some questions, looking for the signs. Inside fixes ready, dropping out for lines. I keep on reading, can't look away. Those spicy emojis make my whole day. Then someone yells exit, get off PulseChain. But I ride the waves through pleasure and pain. I live in a limbo of hope and despair, but we're all in this boat and I'm proud to be there.
Yeah, I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game. I might end up wrecked, burned by the flame, but I'm with the best crew in this wild DeFi game.